I'm breaking up with my girlfriend of 4 years in the next few months. Throwaway because she follows my Reddit account. We're both 23. We went to high school together but never really knew each other. During the pandemic, about a year after quarantine started, she started messaging me on Instagram. I had moved out of state after graduating, but after a year or so of long distance and visits every other month, I bit the bullet and moved back to our hometown into her and her parents' house. We spent a year and a half there going to community college, and then transferred to a big 4-year uni together. We've been living here together since September. Since I've known her, she's had trouble making friends. This is a point of frustration for her. That, on top of some talks we've had recently, led us to decide to stop living together. She's moving out in May. I'm staying until we can find someone to take over the lease. I had never been in a relationship before. I had a few first dates off Tinder when I first moved out of my mom's house, but nothing that went anywhere. When we started talking, I think it felt good to have a girl like me, pathetic as that sounds. She made me laugh, we had things in common, she seemed to be really caring, and I felt like I had my girl. I told her I loved her after 3 months. When we became official, I had been 19 for 2 months. I'm 23 now. Outside of our relationship, I think I've changed a lot since then. I think emotionally I have learned a lot about myself. I've grown to do more self-care, I've grown to eat better, I'm trying to work out more, wake up earlier, do more extracurriculars, etc. I don't feel those things from her. It's hard to put a finger on when I started having doubts about us. She was raised in a household that is different than mine, fundamentally. Her parents never mentioned money to her. My mom raised me telling me our finances and how to manage my finances from a young age. Her parents aren't what I'd call hoarders, but they do not sort their things and have piles of things they haven't touched in years. My mom raised me to be clean and get rid of things that I don't use, or store them if they're sentimental. Her parents cooked for her growing up, and as such she has strict ideas about what meals should look like, often leading her to undereat because she doesn't like snacking during the day. My mom and I would meal prep. It was often just burgers or chicken with salad, but it got the job done. I could go on, but that's not really necessary. The point is we operate differently. I think being raised by my single mom and not having any relationship experience primed me for not being able to detect signals that maybe were not compatible. Since moving to uni, I've made all sorts of friends, a couple of which are girls that at first I fell for, head over heels. I think that was my high school me coming through, always falling for girls the moment they spoke to me. After I got to know them, those feelings subsided somewhat, but what I realized was part of what made me go crazy for them is they were able to take care of themselves and they were emotionally mature and stable. I self-reflected to me and GF's dynamic and realized just how much I had been doing for her and how little she has grown since we started. My mom told me when I started dating that above all else, the way you know you've got the one is if you like the person you are when you're with them. I think I started feeling that way, but it's gone now. My best friend from grade school told me at the end of the day, if I've communicated and am still not having my needs met, I'm justified in leaving. I've communicated, she said she'd work on it, but I think she doesn't know how, or maybe doesn't feel like she needs to change. I've been watching Smosh Reddit stories, and Shane has said 2 things that resonated with me. 1, when you're young, if you're uncertain, just end it, and 2, not having similar day-to-day lifestyle habits will come between a couple way more than any sort of emotional disagreements. I think we're allowed to be different, but we're too different. In a weird way, I'm excited. I feel that I'm a whole different person from the last time I was single. I'm trying to not think of these 4 years of a waste. Without it, I'd still be a state away, living a whole other life that I'm not sure I'd like better than here. I want to ask one of those girls out, but I'm worried she'll be taken by the time I'm ready to date again, or she might be weirded out if I ask her out too soon. She has met my GF. We've talked about it being possible that us moving apart could lead to a breakup, but I haven't let on how certain I am about it. Since I started thinking about ending things, I've been quasi-unintentionally cold with her. I think she feels a rift, and I've read her texts talking to a friend about things that have come between us. Reading those sort of hurt, especially watching her accidentally misrepresent me/my side. I understand she's human though, and I'm probably misrepresenting her in this post. So yeah, a few weeks after she's moved out mid-May, I want to end things. I hope my being cold to her recently will help with her separation. Our would-be anniversary is May 21st. I'm not really sure how I'll navigate that. I sincerely hope the best for her. I hope this will be an opportunity for growth, and also an opportunity for her to find someone that shares more interests and values with her. I hope it'll be the same for me, and God, I hope it doesn't hurt too bad. It will, I'm guessing. If you somehow got this far, thanks for reading. I was really just spitballing. I think I needed this though. If you're invested, maybe I'll post an update to my account sometime. Edit. I've said this in the comments, but I'll say it here. I now realize it's been wrong to hide my intentions from her, and I plan on breaking it off sooner, in the next couple of weeks. Another thing is I've reflected on the comment about the other girl, and it's something I said because I was rambling. It's against my morals to be seeking out someone else while still in this relationship, and I'm working on grounding myself in the present. I also really think it'll be good for me to be single for a little bit, so I can self-reflect and work on myself. Update: I broke up with my girlfriend of 4 years. This is an update for a previous post. My now ex-girlfriend, 23, and I, 23, decided over our summer break from uni that we would go no contact, non-exclusive for the summer. This past summer was quite a summer for me. Finding myself after dating for 4 years, living together for 3, was an experience unlike anything I had ever faced. Immediately I found myself with a surplus of time, a better sleep schedule, and better eating and workout habits. That summer, despite living in a college town where everyone goes home for summer, I was able to make new friends and strengthen connections with others. Despite my best efforts, I did not find anyone luck on the dating apps nor in person, which I am now thankful for. I mentioned in my previous post that there was a girl I was interested in. That girl is now a close friend. We weren't meant to be, but she's with someone she loves dearly now, and it fills me with so much joy to see them so happy together. I appreciate her presence in my life so much. I needed her perspective, her company, and I needed to get up close and personal with someone besides ex-girlfriend. There were tough moments, definitely moments where I questioned what the hell I was doing. But I am personally proud of the growth I made that summer. By probably a week in, I knew I couldn't go back. From then on, I dreaded the end of summer. I was expecting to break her heart. About halfway through summer, she shot me a text about coming to get the last of her stuff, and she wanted to talk. She felt the same way. We ended it that day. Every time I think I've finally had my last thought about our relationship and her as a person, something changes. I heard she got with someone about a month after we made it official. I had mixed emotions hearing that, mainly resentment that added to the resentment I had for her from the way our relationship worked. I got to a point where I blocked her on everything for about a month. We texted for the first time since the breakup a couple weeks ago. She apologized for the way she treated me during our time together, which I needed to hear from her. She also told me she had been working on herself, self-care, responsibilities, and she even joined a church. She never ceases to surprise. For a moment there, I thought I was going to give it another chance. She even asked me if I ever regretted breaking up. I don't miss her. Even if she did grow up, she showed me her new room. It's a mess still. We are still fundamentally different. Differences that go beyond the technical dynamics of the relationship. I also still haven't figured out if I consider our dynamic to be traumatic for me, though I can say it was at least toxic at the end. I haven't told her either of those things, and I don't know if I ever will be able to, or if I even should. Honestly, that's the part that gets me most even as I'm writing this. This hole in my life, while it feels as healed as it's gonna get, is for someone that, looking back, was so different from me. When I remember us, it feels contradictory. I miss that connection we had. I maybe yearn for it, but at the same time I don't miss it. I can't really put the feeling into words. I am thankful for her. In the good times we had together, the things she taught me both intentionally and not, and the way she shaped my life to this point. It's definitely strange not having the person that I feel I've been closest with in my life at all. I love myself and my life now more than ever before. I feel more in touch with my emotions. I feel I've built a support system full of people that I love, in part because I've learned how to be more vulnerable. I love the way that I feel I appear to others, and I love the ability I've developed to be self-observant, mindful, and open to growth. I've accepted that I'll never stick to one way to feel about me and her. I went on my first date since the ex 3 days ago. I'm seeing her again on Wednesday. Life moves on. Thanks for reading.